Atlanta woman who lost her arm after an Atlanta police cruiser crashed into her car is now calling for the city to pay her medical bills. Her attorney says the collision happened in February when the police officer ran a red light at Peoples Street in Southwest Atlanta. Well, police say the officer was responding to a call with lights and sirens on when that accident happened. But Lisa Williams says she didn't hear that or see the officer. She says she's now homeless because of her injuries and is in a lot of debt.
It's been very frustrating. I've applied for all the services as far as disability and things. Those things have been denied to me. Nothing is happening. I have no income and not able to really survive under these circumstances.
So we've just learned there's a fundraising event for Williams that's planned for Thursday at the Shrine of the Black Madonna Church to raise money for a prosthetic arm for her.